He said he never fails the primary, and he was right again. Atiku Abubakar just won the ADC presidential primary. The man who has been trying to become Nigerian president since 1993 or 1992 has now won his 7th presidential ticket, and he is coming for Tinubu in 2027. But before we celebrate or criticize, I need to show you some numbers from the primaries that will raise serious questions. And I need to tell you what Amaechi said before the results came in, because his words are going to matter a lot in the days ahead. Because winning a ticket is one thing. What happens after the ticket? That's the real story. And today we are covering the real story, all of it. Stay with me. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I post about politics, current affairs. I go straight and simple, no propaganda, no sentiments, just facts. Subscribe to this channel and turn on the post notification. Today is a big day for Nigerians opposition. The ADC primary results are in. 2027 presidential election just got its second major candidate, or maybe third major candidate. So we want to break it down in sections. Section number 1, how the primary worked. First, let me explain how this primary was conducted, because it was actually different from what most people expected. Okay, the ADC National Publicity Secretary described the exercise as the only real primary election currently taking place in Nigeria, saying ADC today is the only party conducting the real primary election in the country. The election, taking place simultaneously in 8,809 wards in Nigeria, is a major step in our quest to recover back our country. So instead of the usual delegates in a hall-style primary, the ADC conducted a direct ward-level primary across 8,809 wards in 36 states, plus FCT. Every registered ADC members in every ward could vote. That is actually a more dramatic process than what most Nigerian primaries do look like in time past. So we had 3 candidates: Atiku Abubakar, Rotimi Amaechi, Mohammed Ayatudeen. And by the time results started coming in, state by state, on Monday night, one name was winning almost everywhere. That takes us to section number 2, the numbers state by state. So let's break it down. Let me take you through the results, because numbers tell an interesting story. In Sokoto, Atiku polled 68,823 votes. Amaechi got 292. Ayatudeen got 319. Total vote cast 69,434. In Yobe, Atiku polled 44,841 votes. Amaechi got 300. Ayatudeen got 365. Maybe I should be calling Ayatudeen before Amaechi, because it's in terms of hierarchy. Alright, in Ebonyi State, this is where it gets interesting. One returning officer declared Atiku the winner with 15,300 votes. Amaechi got 2,200 votes. But then a completely different set of results came in from Ebonyi State again, showing that Amaechi won with 6,050 votes and Atiku got 1,210 votes, while Ayatudeen got 4,840 votes. So 2 different results from the same state on the same day. Sounds familiar? Because we saw exactly the same thing happen with the APC primary last week in Plateau State. Now, across the north, Atiku swept massively in his own base. In Sokoto State, 69,434 votes were cast. Atiku got 68,823 of them. That means across all 23 local government areas in Sokoto, less than 600 people voted for someone other than Atiku. In an entire state, is that a genuine reflection of what ADC members in Sokoto wanted? Or is it a reflection of how much political machinery Atiku controls in northern base? Both answers are possible, okay? But the question deserves to be asked. Let's go to section number 3. Amaechi's warning before the results. Now, I really need to tell you about what Amaechi said before the national results were announced, because it is important. Amaechi voted at his Ubiwa ward in Ikwere local government area of the River State. Casting his vote, he spoke to journalists and said it was a huge turnout. There was celebration and dancing. I hope the system will be transparent as it was in my village. If it's transparent, I would accept the result. But if it's not free and fair, a lot of us would react. A lot of us will react. This is not a casual statement though. This is a statement coming from a man telling you in advance, if I lose and I believe the process was not clean, I'm not going to go down quietly. Now remember, Amaechi is the same man who said just days ago that he hoped this would be the first time Atiku fails a primary. He walked out of the meeting where they tried to pressure him to step down. He went on TV and almost walked off the set when someone was calling him vice presidential candidate. This man did not come to ADC to lose quietly. So, and the Ebonyi situation, where two different sets of results are circulating, gives him exactly the kind of ammunition he was waiting for, the kind of ammunition he was warning about. The ADC is supposed to announce the final national result today, Tuesday, May 26. And what happens in the hours after the result is announced will tell us everything about whether ADC can hold itself together ahead of 2027. Section number 4. Can Atiku really beat Tinubu? Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. Because winning ADC primary is not the same thing as winning presidential primary. Atiku won primaries before, many times. In PDP, he won 2019. PDP in 2023, he won. Now, at this, now ADC in 2026, he has never won the general election, despite winning all of those primaries. Now, his supporters have an answer for that. They say in 2019, he was robbed. In 2023, the opposition was split between him, Peter Obi, and others, and the votes were divided. Okay, with a divided opposition, or united opposition, could this be different? And the argument has some merit. Atiku himself said the outcome of this primary would help Nigeria recover, and the ADC represents a serious platform to challenge APC in 2027. But here's the problem nobody wants to say out loud. The opposition in 2027 is still not united. Atiku has the ADC ticket already now. We know Peter Obi is in the NDC. Makinde is building his own PDP APM platform. That is already 3 major opposition tickets, even worse than 2023. Before we even count Goodluck Jonathan, we don't know if he will come in or not. 3 opposition candidates splitting the anti-Tinubu vote. That is exactly what happened in 2023. It's even worse. And it handed over Tinubu the presidency with less than 9 million votes in a country of 200 million people. Winning the ADC primary is one step. Uniting the opposition behind one candidate is step 10. And right now, Nigeria is still in step 2. Step 2. Section number 5. What Atiku needs to do now. So what does Atiku actually need to do between now and January 2027 to have a real shot at winning? 1. Reach out to Peter Obi immediately. The NDC ticket and the ADC ticket cannot both go into 2027 general election. Yes, they cannot both go into the 2027 general election separately. One of them has to give away. The conversation is about which one needs to start now, not 6 months before the election. Number 2, it will be heal the ADC internally. If Amaechi contests the result and signs suggest he might, the ADC could fracture before it even gets into general election. Atiku needs to bring Amaechi into his tent rather than pushing him out. A wounded Amaechi outside the coalition is a danger. And Amaechi who feels respected inside it is an asset, right? Step number 3, build a credible economic message. Tinubu's team will attack Atiku's record as vice president under Obasanjo. The same period when many Nigerians' current structural problems was created. Atiku needs a forward-looking message that speaks to the ordinary Nigerians who are suffering right now, not just promises, but a specific plan. Step number 4, win the South. Atiku is a northern candidate. His massive numbers are in the north and are expected to have been so. But to win the presidency, you need a strong southern running mate and a credible southern coalition. So without the South, that math, it will not work. You cannot just win the north alone. I will ask this last step and say, Atiku, step down. Let Peter Obi run. All right, let's put this whole thing together. As of today, May 26, 2026, The 2027 presidential race has its two confirmed major candidates: Tinubu for the APC, Atiku for ADC, Peter Obi for NDC, Makinde in his coalition. That is at least 4 serious candidates eyeing the same seat. Tinubu has incumbency, state machinery, 10 million primary votes. However you feel about how those votes were produced, Atiku has experience, northern dominance, and a new party platform. Obi has the youth energy and a disciplined movement. Makinde has governance credibility and a southern west base. None of them, I repeat, can beat Tinubu alone. All of them together, if they unite, will beat Tinubu. But Nigerian politics has never been good at that kind of unity when individual ambitions are this large. The next 6 months will determine whether the opposition learns from 2023 or whether they repeat it and hand Tinubu over the second term on the platter of gold. And ordinary Nigerians who are paying 1,300, 1,400 for petrol, who cannot afford 3 meals a day, who are sitting in darkness, they are the ones who will pay. They will pay the price for the failure if it happens. Okay, so guys, I want to hear from you. Go to the comment section right now. Do you think Atiku can beat Tinubu in 2027? Or do you think it is best if they can unite behind one candidate? What do you think about Peter Obi being, if Peter Obi is the candidate alone against Tinubu? Does he stand a chance to win? What do you think if Atiku is the candidate alone against Tinubu? Does he stand a chance to win? I will not recommend Amaechi. I will not recommend Seyi Makinde now. I recommend those who have run in 2023. So if one of them goes against Tinubu, do you think there's a chance of unseating the incumbent President Tinubu? So I would love you to drop your honest answer below in the comment section. And if you think there's another candidate apart from these two that I'm talking about, and I have not mentioned that person's name, maybe I'm looking down at the person, please drop the person's name in the comment section. Let's have a real conversation. Today is the day that ADC will announce the final national results, the movement that happens. We'll be back with the breakdown immediately. So make sure you have subscribed to this channel, turn on the notification bell, share this video with someone following 2027 presidential race. Like it so that more people will find it. I will see you on the next one. God bless Nigeria and God bless you.